everyone, it's me, Toni Homeperm, the singing diva of Long Island and nail polish enthusiast. And today I am bringing you a very special video. I'm reviewing some polishes that were sent to me by Lost Lake Lacquer in PR, and I just want to disclose Lost Lake Lacquer has also paid me to do some swatching for them of these polishes. So I just want to be 100% transparent about that fact. Now, even though the polishes were gifted to me and I am being paid by Lost Lake Lacquer to swatch for them, all of my opinions and thoughts and feelings about the polishes are 100% totally my own. So I just want to get that out there. And of course, any critiques that I may have, well, you know, I'm a drag queen. When it comes to critiques, I mean, like, if I'm doing a show with a good Judy, you know, a drag queen that's a friend of mine, and, you know, she's about to go out on stage, you know, if like an eyelash is like, you know, half off, or, you know, something is wrong with her outfit, or, you know, maybe she's got, you know, I'll be like, girl, you got some broccoli on your teeth. You know, I am the queen that, you know, if the other queen is my friend, I will, of course, let her know something's wrong. She's got to fix that before she goes out onto stage. So that's how all of my criticisms work. Now, of course, if I don't really care for you and I want to be a little shady, then, you know, you might get oh, girl, you look great, girl. Yeah, you go out there. You kill him, girl. Now, you may be wondering, who is Lost Lake Lacquer? Well, Lost Lake Lacquer, they are an indie nail polish brand. I will put down below in the description box where you can find them on their Etsy shop and on the web. But as far as who they are, I'm going to read you. This is from Chloe, the owner and maker. This is from her Etsy shop. She says, "Polish is my passion. Making polish is literally the most fun I've ever had. Each bottle for me contains a whole universe, and to watch my nails shimmer and sparkle brings me endless delight no matter what's happening around me. It's self-care and joy that fits in my pocket." And as I said, that is from Chloe, the owner and maker. Now, as to how all of this came about, Chloe messaged me on Instagram, and I'll make sure to put that info down in the description too, so you can follow her there. So she messaged me, wanted to send me the polishes in PR and do some swatching for her, and that's how all of that came about. As I said, though, even though the polishes were gifted, even though I am swatching for her, my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions about the polishes, 100% my own. Chloe did not tell me what to say about these polishes. It all comes out of this pretty little noggin. Now, with all of that legalese out of the way, I know what you're really here for is to see me swatch and review these polishes, so let's jump into that. First up is Loving Kindness. Now, this is what Chloe had to say about Loving Kindness. "If I can practice seeing and loving the whole of myself, I start to see the whole of you and love you too." Loving Kindness is a shimmery, glittery thermal nail polish that moves from a warm pink in the warm state to a bluish white in the cold state. It is best in 2 to 3 coats. This formula is processed without additional heat to allow the thermal shift to last longer. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. When I first saw Loving Kindness in the bottle, it kind of reminded me of the color of bologna. I'm being totally honest. So I was like, oh, it's an okay color, but, you know, I'm not really sure if it's for me. Then I started applying it on the nail, and I was like, oh, wait a second. Oh, I forgot to mention, Chloe had not sent me the descriptions and the labels on the bottles. She was having a printer problem, so she was only able to write the name of the polish on the bottles. So I really had no idea, anything about the polishes except for what I could see. So I saw a color that I was not, it's not particularly a color that I'm immediately drawn to. But then I started applying it, and then all of a sudden I realized, oh, wait a minute, this is a thermal. What's going on here? I was like, oh, wait, this is shifting. Oh, I was like, hold on a second. I was like, hold on. Nobody go anywhere. I was like, wow, I can't believe this. This is a thermal, and here I'm showing you I'm inserting my thumb into some different temperature water, and in that warm state, I felt it had a sort of an icy blue, maybe sort of a lilac color to it, and I was just like I immediately fell in love with it. I was like, oh, this is nice. This is really nice. Gonna be totally honest with you, I was prepared to write this one off as like, oh, this is, it's a nice color, but it's not a me color. But as soon as I started seeing the thermal properties, I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Chloe, I see what you did there. Okay, okay. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was immediately thinking baloney nail color, but okay, okay. I can vibe with this. Here are some full hand shots for you, and I tried to show off the thermal property in a few different ways. Here you can see the warm state has predominantly taken over on the nails, and you're seeing the cold state on my longer fingernails. I'm going through a process right now. Index and middle finger are short nails. Ring finger and pinky are longer. So it gives you an opportunity to see the difference in how polishes look when you have, whether you have short nails or longer nails. And if it sounds like I'm just trying to hide the fact that I had breakage on my index and middle finger, all I have to say is, you are not my real dad. You don't get to tell me what to do. Here I'm showing off the manicure in predominantly the cold state. I think I opened a window and let the cold air blow onto my hand. And another thing I want to point out is this thermal is very reactive. So if I'm going to wear a thermal, I want it to have a really good reactive property, and this did. You can see, even though it started off in the very cold state, it has not taken long to warm up. I think that's most visible on the index and middle finger. Here I'm taking my blow dryer to show you the warm state as best as possible. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of thermals. I love them, but I hate them. I love the thermal reaction, but I'm always afraid that I'm never going to use them up, and that the thermal reaction process will die, and then I'm just going to be stuck with the polish in the one state. But they are a lot of fun. I mean, I cannot deny that. There's something really just fun about putting a thermal on and seeing the color shift, especially when you're wearing it in the wintertime, which I am right now. Next is Melting Hearts. For Melting Hearts, Chloe wrote, "Together we're melting frozen hearts. Underneath this cruel ice, the heart awakens and flows with a new kind of warmth. They don't know what they've started, and they certainly can't stop it now. Melting Hearts is a flaky magnetic metallic nail polish that moves from dusky blue to pink, peach, and gold. It looks enchanting, magnetized, and unmagnetized. You'll be in love. Best in 2 coats. So here's the funny story about Melting Hearts. When I had messaged Chloe about loving kindness and asking her, is this a thermal? She told me that it was, and then she told me that Melting Hearts was magnetic. And I was like, wait a minute. And that's when I took the magnet to Melting Hearts, and I was like, whoa. Initially, I thought it was just a sort of mauve-y, purplish, flaky polish. But then when I put the magnet to the bottle, I was like, whoa, this is something extraordinary. And so then when I started filming my manicure and knew I was going to, do it magnetized, I was just amazed. This has such a beautiful magnetic reaction. The shift and the transformation when you apply a magnet to the polish it's out of this world. I was just like, I had to run and show it to my husband. I was like, look at this, and he who the only thing he knows about polish is what little I tell him. He was like, wow, that's stunning. So here it is, my thumb wiggles, and when I do my filming of showing the magnet, having a magnet underneath the thumb, that I find is the best way to show it off, but it's not my favorite way. Here in my full manicure, I have bead effect on the index finger. I have velvet effect on the middle finger. With the ring finger, I have the thin silver bar magnet, and pinky is completely unmagnetized, which still looks really nice. So when I applied it to the swatch stick, I was like, oh, this is pretty. It was just a very pretty polish, but I was just completely flabbergasted once I started applying magnetic effects to the polish, and you have that vibrant blue base that you don't see when it's unmagnetized, and then that sort of pink, maybe coral, almost coppery kind of pull, and it's just, I just love it. It's beautiful. This is one of the most unique magnetic polishes in my collection, and I will definitely be doing another manicure with this. I would love to have this on both hands. And here is some phone footage with my flash on. I don't remember why I decided to do this, but boy, am I glad that I did. Look at the reflective property of this polish too. And I don't have any kind of a filter on this. This is just my phone with the flash. Look at that shine, that almost like a lighthouse shining off the nail. Yeah, this is such a beautiful polish. I can't wait to wear it again as a full manicure. Here we have Lookin' California. Here is Looking California. This is a soft shimmer polish that looks closer to a neon peach on darker skin tones and coral red on lighter skin tones. Think 1984 Peaches and Cream Barbie's ruffled dress. This is fully opaque at 3 coats. I forgot to mention that all of Lost Lake Lacquer's bottles are 15 milliliters, which is great. I love a 15 milliliter bottle. Also, 20% of all January releases and February sales go to CORN. That's the Colorado Rapid Responses Network. Now, as somewhat of a seasonal polish wearer, I'm not really into corals at this time of year, especially right now. We're in the middle of a deep freeze here on the in the northern East Coast. I'm on Long Island. But that being said, this is a very pretty color. I did find that the first coat was somewhat sheer, but I expect that with something that's very shimmery. You need the polish to be sheer so that the shimmer can be built up and really sparkle and shine. Here goes coat number 2, and it did apply really nicely, very smoothly, so I have no complaints about that. Here we go with our third and final coat, and I have to say it's a very pretty polish. It's just that this color, I'm feeling this sort of color in the spring and the summer. It's just hard for me to get into a coral at this time of year. So it's more with, that seasonal polish wearer syndrome, I guess. But I do have to say, in the full manicure, I really liked it. I also think if you work in an environment where you can't really wear very intense or wild nail polish colors, I think this is one that could still be work appropriate, but has a little bit of flair to it. So if you're a nail polish enthusiast like myself, and if you happen to work in an office environment, corporate environment, where they might look down on you wearing a magnetic like Melting Hearts, I think this one would still be considered work appropriate. So it's got some life to it, but it's like that person in the office. They're very straight laced, but you don't know what kind of lingerie they may be wearing underneath that 3-piece casual suit. You know what I'm saying. She's got a little bit of something going on. And last but not least, Feeling Minnesota. Feeling Minnesota is a duotone chromatic shimmer that moves from teal green to purple blue, and it is fully opaque in 2 coats. I do believe that Feeling Minnesota and Looking California are a duo that Chloe has created. So in doing some internet sleuthing, Looking California and Feeling Minnesota are currently available on Lost Lake Lacquer's Etsy shop. I do not see Loving Kindness and Melting Hearts available yet. I am pretty sure that these are Chloe's Valentine's Day releases, so they will probably be going on sale closer to Valentine's Day. That's Melting Hearts and Loving Kindness. But Looking California and Feeling Minnesota are currently up on the Etsy shop. Just wanted to get that out there. If I have any more pertinent information, I'll put that down in the description box. Feeling Minnesota starts off somewhat sheer on the first application, that first coat, but that's okay. That's okay. See, she's a girly who is not going to reveal everything to you all at once, okay? She has her thoughts, her feelings. her hidden desires and secrets. And if you want to get to know her, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to invest some time in her. Okay, she's that kind of girly. Now, in Chloe's description, she did say that this built up to full opacity in 2 coats. I do agree with that. I'm just, what can I say? I have issues. I have to do 3 coats on my thumbnail when I'm filming. I don't feel that I needed the 3rd coat. My full hand manicure, I'm pretty sure I just did 2 coats on all the other nails. It was fine in 2 coats. But because I'm a twisted individual, hey, I'm a 61-year-old drag queen. What do you want? I had to do 3 coats on the thumbnail. And here we have my full hand shots, and I was just so taken with this polish. I said, let's try filming my hand shots with the bottle. And I mistakenly thought that I could make this look graceful. It does not look graceful. However, the polish still looks beautiful. You cannot deny that. Feeling Minnesota is just, I can't help it. I'm a teal lover. I'm a teal and turquoise lover, and this polish was just so stunning, so beautiful. The shifts are incredible. I really was not able to capture it. I should have done some low lighting type of filming so you could see how it shifts to like a bluish purple as well. I think you kind of see a little bit of it as my hand angles towards the side. You kind of see a little bit of it, but this one, unlike Look in California, you can't wear this to a very conservative office. Okay, this one is going to stand out. So if you're looking to do a manicure where everyone is going to stare at your nails, stop you and say, "Oh my gosh, what is that on your fingernails?" This one is it. It's just so vibrant, so stunning. I just love this one so much. I can't help it. This one, for me, this was the best out of the 4, even though I liked all 4. So there were the polishes that Chloe from Lost Lake Lacquer sent to me. Now, as far as my final thoughts about the polishes, well, I like the bottle size. I like the brush. The formula worked great. I'm trying to think if there's any little thing that I can critique. I mean, the only thing that I can say, which I probably already said in my review, Loving Kindness and Look in California, not particularly my favorite colors, but once I had them on the nails, I really enjoyed them. So I would probably, if I had a rank, I would put these at 3rd place. Nothing wrong with them. It's just, if I've got a rank, then I would put these in 3rd. But I still really like them. Coming in 2nd place, I would give it to Melting Hearts. I love magnetics. This was so reactive. It had such a beautiful effect when I magnetized it. I can't wait to wear this one again either. But of course, I have to give the #1 spot to Feelin' Minnesota. And you may have guessed from my manicure, from my complete color theme in hair and costume today, that this one was #1 for me. I can't help it. I am a sucker for a beautiful teal, and this one is, it's so beautiful. The reflect and the shifts and everything about it. I just love this one so much. This one, Chloe, this one has my heart. I love her so much. I don't want to take her off. But truly, I love this feeling Minnesota so much. This one is my favorite out of the four. But they're all really good. They're all really good. So that was everything I wanted to share with you about the polishes that Lost Lake Lacquer sent. And as I said previously, these were gifted to me. I was paid to swatch for them. But even despite that fact, how I feel about the polishes, what I think about them, those opinions, 100% honestly my own. If you want to buy any of these polishes that I shared with you today, I'm going to leave all of Lost Lake Lacquer's information down below in the description box. Maybe I will remember to put their website info up on the screen. If, the hairspray hasn't, destroyed all the brain cells, who knows? If you like today's video, please hit the like button down below. Please subscribe to me. I'm trying to build this YouTube channel back up, and I am trying to get more YouTube videos out. And of course, if you do subscribe to me, please hit the notification bell. This way YouTube will let you know when I come out with a new video. Well, that's all I have to tell you today. Please follow me on all my other social media platforms, and I will see you all again real soon in my next video. Stay safe and have a great day.